Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's pre-match press conference ahead of our U.S. Open Cup quarterfinal match against Columbus Crew. We have head coach Pascal Jansen. If we have any questions, please raise your hand. We'll get started on Zoom with Roberto.
Hi, Pascal. How are you?
Hi, Roberto. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. So the main question is, how's Maxi's health? Do we have a determination yet?
No, I haven't. I don't have any updates for you, other than it's a serious injury. So we'll just have to wait until all the medical stuff is clear for us.
How are you approaching the game on Wednesday?
We're in it to win it. We want to go to the semis, so it's clear what we have to do, and that's our mindset going into this game.
As Maxi obviously being, a huge key of your attack, and does the fact that he's not there now make you think about changing formations as much as anything else, because it's sort of hard to find a one-for-one, or do you actually go and use somebody like Maximo Carrizo and give him an opportunity to see what he can do?
Well, we'll have to see who's going to be the replacement for Maxi, but you're right. Maxi's qualities and personality can't be replaced because they're unique. But we'll figure it out, and you'll see once we start against Columbus to challenge each other for the semi-final in this Open Cup tournament, who's going to be his first replacement, and we'll see if that is something that we'll hold on to after that game, yes or no.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, Roberto.
Glenn, go ahead.
Hey, Pascal.
Hi, Glenn.
So, going back to the insertion of Malachi Jones' second half of the derby, I guess the question would be, how Red Bull was probably going to go at it, yet in the first half, you weren't getting in behind or attempting to, or however you describe that post-game, which initiated making the change. So was it more a personnel thing that made it better, or was it just a change of and a reminder that this is how we can beat this team?
No, not necessarily. We went into the game with a plan. Obviously, our plan got disrupted just a little bit when Maxi got injured and had to be replaced. But in general, our attacking threat throughout the first half was not to our standards. And then you have a few tools as a coach in order to apply a few things going into the second half. And we made a choice to make a replacement with Hannes coming off and Malachi coming on. And you were a witness of what happened in the second half. So we did much better as a team in the second half than we did in the first half. That's quite clear. But the change is part of the story. It's not the story.
What it reminds me of, if I could make a comparison to American football, the speed part of it, and what teams will do is they have a deep threat, and that spreads things out a little bit. When you're going up against a compact defending side in soccer, if you have a deep threat, that creates more spaces maybe through the midfield. So that seems to be the effect it really had. Do you think?
Yeah, we had much more threat going in behind, but for several reasons. If you take the game that we played previous to the Red Bull game, you could also see attacking threat with the game that we played against Charlotte. The game that we played against Columbus, you saw also attacking threat, but from several people. And for some reason, we weren't able to create that kind of threat in the first half against Red Bull, and we're very happy that we did create it in the second half.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Glenn.
Michael?
Hey, Pascal, it's Mike Ander from Blue City Radio. Thanks as always for the time.
Hi, Michael.
And I wonder if I could ask you two questions about Columbus. First, obviously, they just parted ways with their coach, so you have to prepare for a new coach that you haven't seen, or the last time he coached was in a lower tier. And then secondly, if you look at Columbus's recent form, it's not their greatest recent form, but a lot of those results were on the way. Were away games. But where do you put more emphasis, on their home results or on their most recent results?
Well, that's a tricky one because, like you started your first part of your question, they changed coaches, unfortunately. So I feel for the coach that lost his job. We played each other also in Europe when he was coach of Malmö and I was coach of Ferencváros. So I hope he's okay and deals with this setback in an appropriate way. But looking at the game ahead, yeah, we'll have to see. I know the away results from Columbus are different to their home results. For me and for my staff and our team, it's something that is in general our thought. Columbus has a very strong roster, a good team. So whatever is going to happen for the cup game now, which is ahead, we have to prepare ourselves to the max. We've played each other recently, so they also know our strengths and the qualities of our squad as well. And that goes for us as well. So we're just preparing for a good game with a lot at stake because, like I mentioned to Roberto and Glenn, our main focus is to get to the semi-final.
Anyone else? Go ahead, Michael.
I'll ask an interesting one based on the, what happened with Maxi.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you think is more challenging to prepare for, a team that loses its head coach or a team that loses a key player?
Yeah, well, in my case, it's very sad to lose Maxi because he was my coach on field. So I would say losing Maxi is something that hurts the team a lot. But unfortunately, injuries are part of the game, and so is losing your head coach, unfortunately.
Glenn, go ahead.
Yeah, to Columbus again, and the new coach is one thing. In your experience, if you play someone and beat them soundly like you did 3-0 most recently, and now you play them again and you're going to their place, what are the pros and what are the cons potentially of those two things? Because you have the pro, I guess, that you can get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's always our aim in every game, home or away. We believe that we're good enough to win and beat any team for that matter, either home or away. So that won't change. The dynamics of this game, however, are completely different. It's a one-off game. So that will also create a different kind of atmosphere, maybe a different kind of pressure at some time. But like I said to you just now, Glenn, we have one thing on our mind, and that is reaching the semi-final. So that's the only thing we focus on.
And do you have any particular way, if you're willing to share, how you prepare for penalties? Do you do some specific things, or do you kind of let the players who have a good idea that they're going to take them kind of do that on their own a bit?
No.
How do you approach that?
I think you know me well enough, Glenn, that we don't allow these things to happen unprepared. So like always, when it's this type of game where penalties could be part of the scenarios that we come across, we have to be prepared to the max, and that's how we roll.
Beautiful.
Great. Thank you, everybody.